Hello, viewers, our loving public. You've been watching these videos, you know who I am. I've watched them all too now, and I've decided it's time you heard from me. Today, I forgave my fiancé. Come sit down, dear. I want them to see us together. I've decided I want to share my wedding planning with you.
Oh.
Now, most of you have seen my wedding Pinterest, but the groom hasn't, so we'll start with that. These are the wedding favors I want. Rose-flavored Turkish delight. They'll be each place setting in silver boxes. They'll look so elegant, don't you think?
Yeah.
Honey, what china pattern do you think we should have at the reception?
Well, they're both...
Yes, the silver, I think. They'll go really well with the favors.
Gwen, can we talk?
We are talking. We're planning the wedding.
Which is great, because that implies that you still want to marry me, which means you've at least partially forgiven me, right? Gwen, I want to explain to you
I've seen your videos, and I want to talk about the wedding right now.
Okay. What kind of flowers do you want? I know you like roses, so maybe we could do white roses.
No, we'll talk about the flowers later. Right now, I want to show you swatches for my bridesmaid dresses.
Okay.
Now, I don't really know about the bright pink. Some girls just don't have the complexion for it. And
Okay.
I really want it to contrast with my dress. Did you know, viewers, that I have tried on 31 wedding dresses, but the mainstream selection is woefully disappointing. I think I might have to go see a seamstress and design my own. It seems if one wants something done right, one must do it oneself.
I guess so.
Ernest, it was really sweet of you to try and be more public in your affection, making those videos. You were right. I really loved seeing how much people love us.
You just called me Ernest.
Well, you may have forgotten, but you did say that you would change your name for me.
And if I decide not to?
Oh, it's my mom. I'll put her on speakerphone. Hello, Mom.
What does this mean?
Wait, would you let me explain?
What do you mean by these statements on Twitter?
Exactly what I say. I'm going to marry the man I love.
I expected more discernment from you, young lady. This is fanciful behavior. Your father is, I'm glad to say, totally unaware of this. I do not propose to undeceive him. It would most likely cause him a heart attack. Is that what you want? To ruin your
Mrs.
father's
Bracknell,
life?
Gwen and I are going to get married, so stop trying to make us both feel guilty. It's not your decision, it's ours. You're a lawyer, so you might remember that we're both legal adults and we don't actually need your permission.
You can't talk to her that way. She's my mother.
Your stepmother, and you've let her manipulate you for most of your life. Stand up for yourself a little bit.
How dare you? You don't know anything about my family. I don't want them to be my enemies. I don't want to give my dad a heart attack. Besides, she controls the finances, and without her permission, I can't afford this wedding.
Then let's elope.
No!
Why? It would be so simple.
It would be cowardly.
Cowardly. And letting your stepmother pressure you into not marrying me isn't cowardly? Not marrying me because I'm adopted and I don't know my family's medical history? Does that seem reasonable to you?
I didn't say I was going to listen to her, but she raised me. She taught me how to be responsible, how to build a good reputation. I can't just brush her aside because I disagree with her.
Gwen, do you love me?
How can you ask me that when I'm agreeing to marry you after you lied to me about your name and another woman?
There was never anything going on between Cecily and I, and you know that. Do you really want to marry me because you love me? You keep calling me Ernest. It's like you can't say my real name. It's Jack. Jack, can you say that?
You said that you loved me enough that you would change it to one I prefer. Now you're just being selfish.
I'm being selfish. You know what I think? I think you're more interested in keeping up this perfect image on your social media than you are about our relationship. You just can't admit that your perfect plan for your life isn't going the way you wanted it to.
In that respect, you are entirely wrong. I like to set a good example.
Then set a good example! Gwen, if you want to document our whole lives for the world to see, that's fine. I'll do that if that makes you happy. But Gwen, you have to document our real lives, the way they really are. Gwen, if you really want to marry me, you have to recognize me for who I am. I'm not some perfect ideal. I'm not Ernest. My name is Jack.
Jack, a dull, ordinary name. Do you really think that because I don't like your name, I don't love you? A rose by any other name, sweetheart. Give me my phone.
What?
Give me my phone. I'm leaving. I'm hung up. Never mind. I'll email you the guest list. Jack.
Great.